Cale, HSAs, health savings accounts, are actually a very powerful tool that people can use.
They are, if you qualify for them.
Exactly. There are some eligibility requirements.
Tell me about those.
I'd be happy to. So one is you have to be a participant in a high deductible plan. Your employer should know if your plan qualifies. You have to be, you cannot be covered by a spouse's plan. If you have a spouse with a low deductible plan and you have a high deductible plan, generally that would eliminate you from participation in an HSA. The other piece is that you cannot be a Medicare recipient or a participant in Medicare. So generally it's for under 65 only.
But that's not the exciting part.
No,
the exciting part is the triple tax advantage.
Right. So one of the great things about an HSA is that your contributions are tax deductible. So that's a nice feature, that any contributions you make are excluded from federal income tax. If those contributions are used for qualified medical expenses, then there's no tax when they're being used. But something people are not always aware of is that if you don't touch the money and you allow it to grow, after age 65, HSA distributions can be used for any purpose without tax. So in that way, it's more favorable than an IRA, Roth IRA, 401k. You cannot contribute nearly as much to an HSA as you can to those plans, but it is a nice thing to be able to have. And this leads to something important that a lot of people don't realize. People sometimes think, I make a contribution to my HSA, I've got to pull the money out and use it. There is no requirement that you pull the money out of the plan at all. So you could be a 35-year-old maxing out your HSA, letting that money grow, especially if you've chosen to invest it. Now, Cale, do you know, are all HSAs investment friendly?
They aren't.
Correct.
It's a real bummer.
It is a bummer. HSAs are kind of limited in terms of who provides them and whether those providers have an investment feature. So it's important to know that you can often shop around for an HSA provider. Many banks offer them. Some of the better known investment companies provide HSAs that have an investment feature. So you can put that money to work the same way your other retirement money is being actively invested. And the bottom line is that after many years, as that money has compounded and grown, it can become a nice additional source of funds for retirement expenses, for other medical expenses, for Medicare premiums, for long-term care insurance. It's a pretty nice tool.
It's good stuff.
So if your healthcare plan allows you to use an HSA and you're not currently using one, we would encourage you to change that. If you're not investing your HSA balance, we would encourage you to look at that as well, and we'd be happy to help you make those decisions. An HSA can be a great tool, tax efficient, opportunity for growth, and something that could be very helpful later in life when your medical expenses are higher as well. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel so you can get more great tips on how to make good financial choices. Maybe I'll just mention that this video is intended for informational and educational purposes only and should not be construed as an offer to buy or sell a security or investment product. You should always seek advice from your financial professional for making any investment choices.